season of Overtime Champions. Yes, we are finally.
Funky gets a quad kill. Oh, big barrage on the side of Funky. That's Camarena. What a play from
Welcome everyone to the Speedy esports. We're finally at the finals. Both teams are rocking in here with a 4-1 record. We've got Tachyon, we've got Chop Chaz, and you've got one guy in a random bayou in South Louisiana. Gonna do this solo casting tonight, guys and gals. Just gonna be me. So Alpha the Omega, any mistakes are mine. And I'm going to be taking over the lobby there, helping everybody out. So we're going to be doing the casting, production, and running the lobby all in one fell swoop here. So, Tachyon and Chop Chaz, I don't believe either of these teams have really had a chance to kind of go at each other. So this is going to be a good test here. Both these teams are kind of in the 3.5K, I would say upper diamond area, maybe a little masters area. So this is we're going to see little parts of meta, but we're also going to be seeing some unique things here because at this rank, you know, if you practice it, you can be very effective. You know, are we going to be seeing Cat Bastion? Are we going to be seeing some interesting stratagems, shall we say? And both teams right now are on the field. We've got the lobby all decked out here, and both of them knows that we should be starting here pretty shortly, and we'll get this going here. But I know we've missed casting here for the last couple of weeks, and it's good to kind of be back in the chair. If anything, yeah, let me see here. Some of my casting here might be interrupted while I make a little slight adjustments here and there. But we're going, like I said, we're the crescent wrench that has been tossed at all the problems tonight. But we're going to make it interesting. We're going to be having a good time. So both teams right now are trying to get this started. I'm going to go ahead and read through this. All right. Let's see here. Yep, I'm typing to the teams right now. Let them know because, again, running the lobby as well. And I think both teams are discussing that they have a console player. And I think this is a PC only. So if somebody's on console, again, the auto aim for Overwatch for console, for those that don't know, my opinion, my humble opinion, as an aged veteran of the FPS wars of Quake, is a bit of a travesty. Like, holy heck, it is got some strong auto aim for the console players. So when you throw in console players with PC, it can get a little odd. I'll put it that way. Odd to the point of I was brought into a conference with this was kind of a T2 game, and I follow some. We all have opinions on cheating and whatnot, and I was like, man, that is straight up cheating. I'm like, look at here, it's tracking edges, it's doing this and this, and nope, came out that is just the Overwatch strength of the console players. All right, telling both player teams that I am ready if they want to start. So I've got to read and commentate at the same time here, but yes, we should be kicking off this very shortly. I believe we've got map selection and bans need to come through. I'm just letting though. I'm requesting the teams since we've got a little extra load on one guy today. Pretty please. Sugar on top. Can you keep it smooth? So I'm asking for the map selection and the bands. So let's see here. Let's see what we got over on the good old map selection here for this evening is, it's going to be Control. So we've got Busan, Lijiang Tower, and Oasis. And looks like Chop Ches is going to be lining up the first map and the ban. Or no, they're telling Tachyon to have the first map and ban. So again, these are both teams that we don't have. Oh, I'm also playing referee tonight too. We've got a little bit going on here, but we're gonna make sure that you guys get a best quality map or cast we can do here for y'all. And then fissured right now. We've gone on Tachyon side in. Maybe these, if they were lined up right, we got Zenith, we've got Shed Your Skin, we've got Easy Sniper, we've got John Trell and Evelyn. On Chop Chez's side, we've got Chop Chez Flex, Chop Chez PS2, which hence is probably our little console player chugging in there. Fissured, Flesh God 77, and Zathra. Why does that sound like a Babylon 5 reference? Zathra. I think that's a Babylon 5 reference. Not sure. I'm going to tell teams, not sure, but let's have Tachyon do first. Just to move this along. All right, requesting that Tachyon move first. Don't lose a flip of the coin. Tachyon won. And got all the gubbins up here ready for their ban map selections to come in. Now, personally, oh my God. All right. I don't want to flip a coin. God, bloody hell. Making me search for change. I do have some. Do I have one? Yes. Right here. Zakotair. Chop chooses tails. I shall flip. All right, what do we got here? We got to go. And. All right. Didn't see it. Let's see what we got. We've got tails. Tails is what has come up. And I'm telling you, and this was done on the stream. All right. All right, waiting for Ches can accept to choose mapped and first ban or defer to Tachyon. Lijiang Bansig. All right, we've got Lijiang Tower coming in. Get this punched in here. Lijiang Tower. They are banning Sig. Get that update going. Get that over to the screen there. Waiting for Tachyon's response. And look, I've run some tournaments in my time, and I'm known as one that keeps the teams on task. But maybe I'll be a little flexible tonight here. Don't want to be causing a ruckus, if you will. But I appreciate teams to expedite their bans. You know, talk amongst themselves, but you know, we're not having a sidebar with the judges and 3 lawyers while they discuss. No, we need a ban here in 30 seconds. Pretty please with sugar on top. Waiting for Tachyon. Tachyon, please. Pretty please. Pretty please. Widow. Roger that. All right, we've got Widow coming in. We've got our 2 bands. We've got our Lijiang Tower. Letting the teams know. Okay, are we ready? Asking both teams. Ready. All right, here we go. Lijiang Tower, the rarest picked map of the tournament. I say that with a heaping bit of sarcasm. Get both teams situated here. Getting them moved in, so just about ready to start selecting. Again, everyone, welcome to the Speedy Esports. We are the finals tonight between Tachyon and Chop Ches. I'm your Alpha and Omega tonight, casting, production, running the lobby. Maybe even having a libation here or there. All right, we got Xenathon Sig. We might have some AC gunship action coming in. Let's get that first person view going here. You know, right now I like that Tachyon's taking a really strong hold within because as long as you stay within this, yeah, you do have to dodge, but you control the point. You know, they have to come in. And they have to make a really good shot into the windows. Now, the challenge is going to be on the Bastion's got to bring a lot of value here. He's got to be able to punch through and just be able to get somebody knocked out. Shooting the tank is not it. He's got to go after the squishy. And right now, Zenith is absolutely doing what he needs to do. They've got the point. They're cranking up percentage. Now Tachyon needs to be careful. They don't need to extend. They don't need to go tourist shopping. Just hunker down on the point. Keep your tank going. We lost one of the supports right now. Little whoopsies right there, but we got Evelyn right now is going to be coming back in. And now they lost the point here, so this is going to be a challenge now for Tachyon. And they got to go after either. They got to get this Bastion knocked down and or get the a good old feral cat, call animal control, while they rotate on the point here. But I like what Zenith is doing right now. Getting that point in, getting that space, and play the corners. Point has been flipped, because when you hear that Bastion go burr, you gotta be grabbing a corner. Right now, Zenith pushing out. Got ults coming online right now with. We do have the old Bastion ult online. It's getting close. Everybody's gotten their cards into play here. Easy sniper, a little behind, but had some hero swaps. Fair enough. Hero swaps on easy sniper, just coming around to his pick. But I'm really expecting Chop Ches here to be ult dumping. And it's going to be their discipline. Can they just keep it to 2 ults? Because they've got the point. They're at 70% right now. We've got the cat coming in. Yep, here comes the ults. Zenith doing his best to take that point. They got to get that Bastion knocked down. They got to pick that Bastion knocked down. Good point. Great window save by Zenith. Now they got to get it flipped, though. They got to get that point flipped. Now, are they down? Yes, but they're still in this game here. And in fact, Chop Ches dumped every ult they have. Shed Your Skin, and I believe I remember him. Nasty DPS here. Coming up on overclock. Now we got to get some value. All their value need to be is 1 or 2 things. One hit perfect. That's what they needed to do. Now, just keep the tank alive. The DPS is sacrificable, but keep the tank alive. And we're doing good. We're doing good. All right. So, Tachyon, 66%. Not a lot left in the tank, but what does Chop Ches got to work with here? They've got Diva Bomb. That's their big go-to card. It's enough to force everybody off the point if Zenith... So they got to drop the shield from Zenith and just watch for it. But 83, 84. John Troll goes down for Tachyon. Not good for him. Diva in the back line, trying to set up that Diva Bomb. Really trying to set that up. I believe this is going to go Chop Ches's way. That anti by Flesh God, 77, was critical. First blood, Chop Ches. Get this marked in the books here. Got a little 1 there. All right, so Chop Ches is showing, but these teams are even. 90%-ish to 99. That's close. Like I said, it came down to 2 things. One, Tachyon lost Lucio at a critical point, and Chop Ches had a really good ante on Tachyon's tank that was absolutely critical. So, round 2.
Round 2. Capture the objective.
Do we got some adjustments being made? Yes, we do. We've got Zenith on Domina. We got the new flavor, new hero here, newish. Very strong, and I like what they're doing here. You've got Shed Your Skin getting in there. This confined space. It's not easy, as easy as it was the previous point where, yeah, you could be locked in, but you didn't have any good line of sight for the DPS, for the hit scans. Now, if you want to send Cat in, it's gonna be they're gonna be taking some damage. 15% right now for Tachyon. And it's going to be up to the DPS to kind of stay out of the way. Just kind of bide their time. I'm a little concerned with Easy Sniper over here. Yeah, he's got that. That Matrix is just going to eat up a lot. Back to Domina on point. One second. All right, I'm back there. Sorry. Wifey calls, get an answer.
This cannot stain my record.
All right, Tachyon, 74%, 75%. Doing a good job here, though. Able to get that speed up, that percentage up. They can pull this even. What tools do they got? Shed Your Skin's doing good. High Noon. But I'm looking at John Trell. I'm really looking at John Trell to really kind of bring the value when they want to take this. That lamp with the window. Got to be careful with it, though. He can't waste it. There it is, the great big window, good. Oh, gonna be good flip, but just not enough supports online to really kind of hold it down there. Cat's coming in. Tachyon's gonna have a recontest if they can just keep that point. I would have liked to see John Trell kind of try to keep that point a little bit, but we've got now the full team is kind of rolling in with that wave respawn. With 96% here. Yeah, well, we knew that I knew was not going to be the winning one, but it's going to be up to Zenith here. Great domino one. Such a strong take. Gotta get Diva knocked out. So close for Tachyon. Unfortunately, these are the tough losses. One play, one individual play. Once somebody stays up, it could have held it, but
Play of the game.
Yeah, good play of the game here. Solid. All right, back to the casting room here. Let's see. Let's bring up some stats here. Let's take a look at the stats. Yeah, did John Trell? Yes, John Trell's got to stay alive a little bit. One less death. You know, he was on BAP near the end there, and I thought that did bring a lot of value, but pretty close. So that's what we got to look for future ones. All right, well, I got to go back to lobby duties here. Map pool. I'm just, map pool, I'm not here to know all the rules of the league. Right. All right, I'm gonna be. All right, I'm gonna tell me what type, and I can tell you what maps. Again, let's go to. Let's go to our. And Surabasa, we've got hybrid. Hybrid is Blizz, Midtown, and Bonnie. Got Push, we're looking at Sapi. And Esperanza. Escort is Havana, Arioto, and of course Gibby. All right, teams have been informed. Let me get this locked in the books here. We got Chop Chance up 1. We've got 1 completed in the books here. Go ahead and give the old update so it shows up in the screen there. All right. Looks like Tachyon is choosing Havana with a ban for Diva. Up to the old bands. All right, CC. Let's well, informing them that I'm not a expert on the rules here. Letting them know that I am not the arbiter of choice here. I am not the. I do not have the rules at the ready. Oh, why am I so focused on Tachyon? That was easy because they were the team that was on the down and outs, and it's mostly because they're the ones that have to make the biggest adjustment. because they're the ones that are down and need to make the adjustments the most. So that's why I'm more focused on them. You know, for Chop Ches. But duly noted, I will give some love on the other side of the opposing spectrum there. But yeah, as a caster, as a production, the team that's kind of on the outs is the one you want to follow a little bit more closely, because they're the ones that have to reset, regroup, make sure that they're planning their ult pushes properly, make sure that they're doing the combos properly and doing that. Whereas the team that's in control and winning could be individual plays, could be other factors. But I will take a note. Duly noted. I will make sure that they get equal time here. All right. Well, both teams now are discussing why. On can you, because Tachyon first went for Widowmaker. Fair enough, no problems. Now Chop Ches is saying, well, we want Widow on Havana. And there's discussion on, can they run 2 DPS bans back to back of the same heroes? Different teams, same hero. I cannot tell you if that is right or wrong. So let me see here. All right, I just need so Widow ban, yes. Asking the team if it really is Widow ban, yes. All right, so they've allowed it, whether it's right, wrong, or different. We are gonna get a Widow ban here. Let me get this locked in. All right, and we are off to Havana. Nope. God damn it. Gotta go back to lobby. Havana. There we go.
Match.
Right. Havana. I know some people may not care for this map, but I like it. Yeah, it's got long sight lines. Maybe it's because my little paltry gold skills likes to have the little bit of the sight lines with Ash.
Ready for battle.
Both teams kind of filling in. Looks like we still got the AC-130 gunship coming in from Chop Ches. Flesh God 77 on Anna. I think we're gonna be
You haven't.
great map for Anna players.
3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Escort the payload.
All right, we've got team setting up, kind of classic defense here. Now with the dive from Fissure. Zathra going down. Going to be a little bit of a reset here for sure. as Fissure goes down. Like I said, Ash is just a strong player here along sidelines. Yeah, you're taking away Widow, but you're just opening the door to Ash, so. But I think it's going to be a real challenge here for Zothra getting into that back line and putting some pressure on Evelyn. That's going to be a big key here. Zothra's got to be getting into that back line that we see. Wait for the recall to come back. And just trying to hold on. Go for the overhead view. Fissure looking for his next dive target. Absolutely Evelyn. Evelyn gets that. Gets the sleep and the ante, forcing Fissure to quickly withdraw. All right, so Chop Ches not making a lot of headway here. 2 minutes left here in this round. But we've got Nano coming up. Gonna be going on to Winston. Probably. Yeah, there we go. Lift is coming in. I mean, that was a great call by Zenith. I'm not gonna take that away. That was a great call by Zenith. Now it's up to B. Tachyon's got to be careful here. Can they recontest? Yes. They can't lose the Zenith is what I was going to say. All right, so Chop Ches moving in, taking that first point, doing a great job. And maintaining the AC 130, doing good on that. But we've got Shed Your Skin is coming up on Senior Bob, so you know, 3 minutes. Is it ready for Bob yet? I say not. I say not. All right, well, we've got big ult coming in there. One pick, but kind of a break even. Can they just keep... Ooh. Ooh. That's one bomb you might want to have back in the pocket. Might want to recall. Call mulligan on that, Bob. But Tachyon able to kind of stabilize here. Yes, we've got an ulting monkey in the back line, but not a lot of health here to pull through, so we're big ante though coming on to Zenith. Big ante. Chop Ches rolling that cart here, big time. Coming in, maybe one contest, maybe a little bit, but it's maybe Reaper does it, but he's not gonna last long. You know, and sometimes when you don't have maybe the best defense or the best offense or cohesion, just go Mauga. Just go Mauga. But good job, Chop Ches, rolling second point. 3:20 on the clock. As team's setting up right now, really no changes. A little bit on Easy Sniper though, going with the Soldier. Putting a little bit more pressure, a little bit more hit scan. And just some constant piddle paddling that you can. No big DPS, but oh, that's a call out issue. One hip fire from the Ash. Bye, Mauga. Oh! And Chupchez just doing a really good job just running the meta here. You know, keeping that. Oh wow, great anti from Flesh God 77. But Tachyon holds strong. I think realistically, if Tachyon can get them down below a minute, that's going to be a good hold here. We've got Fissured coming up. We've got Chupchez Flex on Bastion coming up on his ult. So Chupchez does have some tools to be able to take this point. Going to be a little bit individual play here. If they can get Soldier can get a pick in the back line. He's got Visor coming up, but
patched up.
Get that Tracer out of play. Yeah. Just buying time. You know you're going to lose the point. You just want to take seconds off. Take seconds off. Down to 53 seconds. I think this is about as best you could hope for Tachyon. I think this is a really good outcome for them. 46 seconds on the clock. I think they'll take that, considering that they came in with a lot of time on that. So very, very doable. And Chupchez really kind of rolling first and second points, but third was a little bit of a struggle, as it is always. But yeah, I'd say decent hold by Tachyon. Gives them a fighting chance. And we're going to be seeing here, going to be updating the old scoreboard here a little bit. Get this out of the way. Get these map pool out of the way. Now, yeah, Havana 3. Jump back over to first point there. Fix cameras. All right. Really no changes by Chupchez. I thought there might have been a little bit of adjustment here for them on defense. But they're kind of running the same style, same quote-unquote meta play.
5, 4, 3,
Zenith on Mauga.
escort,
Nice and easy.
Yeah, if Zenith can maintain the W, if he can maintain that, that's going to be a good measure of Tachyon's success here. But in my opinion, Chupchez is really doing a good job at maintaining that Winston bubble. He's doing a really good job of not putting it out there, or putting it out there at the right times where you never give teams a problem. Problems have solutions. You give teams a dilemma. Dilemmas are causing trade-offs. And the trade-off here is, do you spend too much time on trying to break that bubble, or do you go for a kill? So, we've got Easy Sniper. Whoop, he was on Bastion. Still on Bastion, but operating in spawn. One pick. Great pick by Shed Your Skin. You know, as Tachyon, would I just focus on the bubble? Possibly. Possibly. But we need, again, we need Zenith to be able to press the W without exploding. And right now, Fissured is just winning these matchups. Flesh God 77 able to sit in the back line, really uncontested. So that's gonna be, we're gonna be thrown, sitting over in that corner there, waiting on Nano, pocket Nano.
Covering you.
Taking a viewpoint here. I mean, that bubble just lasts forever.
Hard work is rewarded.
We got a swap here, Zenith onto Zarya.
I'll keep you up.
So clearly Tachyon knows, hey, we're struggle bus right now. We're 1 minute. We've got
60 seconds.
John Trell on the Nano. Is it going to be going to Bastion? When is it going to be going?
You're powered up.
There it goes. Gotta make something of it though. Oh. Flesh is just keeping their Bastion going up. Like, Flesh God is just making sure that Chop Ches Flex is just not going down.
Covering you.
18 seconds. What do we got in the tank here? We got Shed Your Skin on Farah. With a go back to spawn button. Let's go. Let's see. Yep, went back to spawn. Unfortunately, Zenith just wasn't able to build a grab quick enough to combo with it. But we're OT and let's smoke him if you got him. Massive anti.
Can go down.
Chop Ches able to take an 2-up lead.
Play of the game.
Fissured's coming in. Nice. And again, he got play of the... It says he got play of the game, but it's not his play of the game. That was the honest play of the game. All right, adjusting as needed. So, Chop Ches is now match point. And, lobby duties here, but Flesh God 77. Huge, huge impact with those antis and really uncontested and able to keep the Chop Ches Bastion going in times where other teams would have folded. So big plays there by Flesh God 77. Now let's take a quick look at the stats there. Yeah, I mean, it kind of bears out what we're seeing. You know, what I wanted to point out is Flesh God 77 only died twice. You know, when your supports are dying a combined 3 times, and the opposing team is, 18. It's gonna be tough. Everybody says, "Hey, stats don't matter," but they kind of do. Okay. So rinse and repeat. Letting the teams know. We're to the lobby duties here to keep things going. So inform Tachyon that they are to pick the map and the ban. And just kind of reviewing what we've had so far. Now, you know, Diva's been out, Widowmaker's been out twice, and Sigma here. So, you know, but Chop Ches is just, they're so good at running that meta right now. And it's practiced. You can definitely tell it's practice for them because they're able to dig their Bastion out of situations that are less than ideal. And when Tachyon tried to match that, that to me was the difference there. All right, so we're going off to Saravasa. Let me get back here. Going off to Saravasa. We're going to be doing that. Apologize, I haven't gotten very many replays coming in here, but only so many fingers I can press. And let me see. And they're banning the cat. And so we got a cat and Mauga ban. And we've got Mauga ban here. Right. That's what we're looking at. Cat is out, Mauga's out. And we are heading off to Saravasa. Nope. God damn it. Mental overload. I didn't pick the right map. No worries. I'm on it. I'm on it. Don't worry. Yep, I know. I know. If you're, we're dealing with broken goods here. Broken goods. The B team. All right. Flashpoint. Saravasa. Chop Ches. Match point. Over Tachyon. Can they do the sweep? I'm saying chances are looking pretty good right now. And the reason why I'm saying is that Chop Ches is a faster moving team and they are calling out the targets a little bit better. And their supports are just able to kind of dig out their DPS in situations that are less than ideal. All right, what can Tachyon do? I think this is a good pick. Evelyn on Kiriko. Get rid of some of that anti that's coming in that's absolutely destroying Zenith. So this is a good pick. If I love this, John Trails on Lucio giving the tank some momentum. So yeah, this is good. Oh, that's... All right. Well, pause. Taking it back to the studio here. What do we got here? Restart the map. Okay. Okay. Well, they wanted to restart, so wish granted. All right, I'm letting them know that, yeah, I mean, you know, we were right. Admin said, all right, both teams are kind of going back to the previous ones. I think they were
You can't ban a character 2 times over in a match.
No, don't talk to me. I don't know anything about the rules. I'm just the caster. I'm just production. I'm not an admin.
I just have to let you know because you're hosting the server, right?
Yeah, I am, but I'm also doing production, hosting the server, doing casting.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I just have like 3 other things going on too.
Yeah. So, anyway, everybody, welcome to our Banana jumped in here real quick and saying that we were hoping each team would kind of know the rules by now, but afraid not, because I'm not putting any technical limits on that. So
I will let the teams know. I apologize for this, that this happened.
So anyway, we're back to the action. All right, we've got Tachyon. Good. Up 16%. Like I said earlier, Evelyn, I think, is going to be a big key here, taking away some of that advantage that Flesh God 77 has been tossing in onto the team with these constant antis that, you know, Zenith has just had to endure over and over and over again. So now, can they take this adjustment and turn it into a map win? And I'm saying right now it's looking pretty good. I like this. I like this. You know, flip point right here. 86%. Not a bad flip at all. Not a bad flip at all. Not a bad hold either, you know, so no big adjustments. I think it's going to be, again, with Flash, you've got avenues for flankers. Yeah, you're looking at that Ana. Go for it. Yeah, put a little bit of pressure. Make her look somewhere. She doesn't have to. Nice stick. Perfect. That's what we needed to see. We've got Rush coming in, but now it's up to the rest of the team to flip it around here. Evelyn going down. Not a lot of sustain here, unfortunately. But can you get, you know, Ana's already back in play. We're letting this run out a little bit here. All right, first point to Chopchez. Reason why I like Flashpoint, because it causes dilemmas. All right, could have Zenith have held on to that ult, banked it into the second one, but he is swapping over to Mauga. Back to Orisa. All right, well, but you teams have a choice. Do we toss an ult, possibly not get a lot of value out of it, or do we bank it into the second round? We all press Q. Another great anti from Flesh God. Yeah, we haven't been talking too much. Let's cycle it around a little bit here. You know, Chopchez, Papa Sierra 2. As the other support,
That's what I like to see.
doing a great job again. Usually the cat. We've been seeing the jetpack cat, so it's always been. This is the first time we've seen Chopchez PS2 off of that role, and just a great pick right now. So overall, Chop Chez's supports have been doing an excellent job this entire match.
Feels good, huh?
So, 90%. We've got no ults in the tank. I was gonna say it was up to. I was saying Easy Sniper had to make a big play, but and right now, you know, Chop Chez says, no, we want this point. Yeah, we want this point. We're investing. We're taking this O2. Off to the next point here. Final point. We've got another tank swamp here. Zenith onto Diva. Point opening up in 10 seconds here. Shed your skin going down. So Tachion's really going to have a tough time even contesting this point 4v5. They got to be careful or they're going to end themselves down to another person. And John Trell now down, so now they're really going to be around 20% before they can meaningfully contest. They got to get out of here. Got to stop this engage. So does a great move, comes in, but around 20% when they contest this. So good cleanse coming in from Evelyn. All right. Shed Your Skin and Easy Sniper, both DPS ults. They need to be careful about how they use them. Evelyn's down though. They're going to push hard from Chop Chaz. I was going to... The Nano from Flesh God is just doing so much work right now. As the counter keeps ticking away, they've got options. Tachion's got options, but the options don't do you any good unless you're on point. Here comes the Q dump. And you know, I can't, you know, could Tachyon have layered that a little bit? Yeah, sure. But they did retain the DPS and Diva ults, so. But both support ults went all in on that. Same time, I'm not blaming them. Chop Chez back with a vengeance. I believe this is cleanup time. So, yes, Chop Chez takes that in 3 quick points. And Chop Chez is the victors.
Play of the game.
All right, so we've got scores up, completed, update. Chop Chez, the victors, the finalists, reached the top of the stack for the Speedy tournament here. There are champions, and well fought. I mean, Tachion, I think, gave him a good fight. There's a couple of individual plays, you know, individual decisions, you know, really close. Could have gone the other way, but Chop Ches was able to weather those storms and pull out kind of, just Lijiang Tower, I think was closest map. I think Havana and Saravasa, at that point, Chop Ches really kind of had their mojo going, really kind of had it at its going. And so, yeah, and overall for me, so, wait, are they talking? Okay, hang on one second. Maybe we're not over. Okay, first 2, 3 wins. Because I asked Banana this earlier. Was it first to 3 or is it first to 4 wins? Good. Well, you know what? Extra time. Extra time. Well, now rules say BO5. Best of 5. And A scrim scuffed. Yeah, a little bit of disagreement here. And I checked with finals is first to 3 wins. According to the admin, it is first to 3 wins, but I'm yeah, if you. All right, so yep, we accepted first to 3 wins. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. GG's from Chop Chaz. But I think for me, going back to and looking at this, I'm gonna be calling kind of the MVP here for me was Flesh God 77 with the on to play. Less so on Lijiang Tower, but Havana and certainly Saravasa just able to stay in positions that really made it difficult for Tachyon to get to her. And when they did, Chop Chaz was able to kind of adapt and flex. But overall, the supports for Chop Chaz were doing a really good job tonight. So I will tip my hat to Flesh God 77 for just keeping that bastion in the air, and just in certain situations that I saw soldiers shooting, I saw Tachyon, was trying their best to knock it down. So overall, great job by them. But other than that, I think it's been a good season. I wish I could have done a little bit more casting, but life got in the way, as they say. But as it stands right now, I think we'll go ahead and close this out. And thanks everybody for watching tonight and for the season. And hopefully we'll have another one rolling around here, and appreciate everyone partaking. So other than that, bonsoir. I'm Cajun Wise Guy. Have yourself a great evening.
Man, I need those things.